Stella. Who else has been? I've got some new people starting to get involved. Oh yeah, and Olena. Okay. So, and we're live, and so it's a local support meeting. At the moment, it's just Sam and Lokesh. Lokesh, I guess you didn't do anything on local support recently?
No.
No, which is totally cool. You're focused on Website One, which is another great project. Yeah. I guess we'll just go and have a look at the local support thing. We've had various things going on there. I'm just going to answer this question for Joseph there. React Redux. We program in a group. It's for premium mob members. Just answering a question there to a premium member about what mob programming. Find the Wikipedia page on mob programming. Oh, hello there. We have a new person. Someone else joined us?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Sigu Magwa.
Hey, is that Sigu?
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sigu, how's it going?
I'm fine.
Good to see you. Welcome to Jitsi.
Thank you. I'm just wondering what this Jitsi is.
Yeah, it's an alternative. It's an open source alternative for Hangouts.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and if you want to set your name, if you mouse over to the top right-hand corner, you can set your display name to Sigu, and you can also, if you've got a Gravatar, then if you put your Gravatar email in, it will also give you like the icon from the Gravatar icon. Okay.
Let me just do that.
Right.
It's the top left.
Top left, yes. Sorry, I'm often getting my left and right completely the wrong way around. Yeah, so we've been using it all this week for everything, and it seems to be being pretty stable. Yeah, so I was just pulling up all the local support pools. So yeah, now I merged in one from Elena. She had fixed the pin position, which was very pleasing. We've also got one. There's a new person. Now, is this Francis? I don't know. There's a couple of new people. There's one person called Francis who's trying to set up in. He's trying to get set up, having trouble with the npm install. There's the same person, different person here has gone and set this up for automatically posting to social media feeds. And I've asked him for cucumber tests, and he wants input on WebMock and VCR. And he's saying he'd like to pair, and yeah, so that's kind of out there. That's why we haven't seen Ray much recently, and Maruen is around. We've made some progress on this, posting to do it with the API key, but I think there's more for him to do now. I don't think I'm blocking that anymore. We've got it all sort of working there, but yeah, he needs to. We've still got like some build failures and things. So that's the state of the pull requests. I haven't seen the client recently. I was thinking about trying to arrange a meeting with her this week, but I've been under the weather, and so I'll probably do it next week. And I guess, Sigo, I imagine you haven't had any chance to work on local support.
Yeah, so for the local support, actually, what I've been doing is not these issues. I've been looking through writing a script for onboarding new members onto local support. So
fantastic.
Yeah, so for now, the script can install a Git, set the username. It can install Capybara WebKit. What it can do. So I was following through. The next thing I'm supposed to do is to install PostgreSQL.
Right. Have you been following? We've got these things that we used before, like these Ubuntu install scripts, and like Vagrant install, and then we also somebody like wrote a Docker stuff for us.
Okay.
So there's like a whole series of existing things that I don't know what their status is, if they work or not work or what have you. People often kind of come in with those ideas. Where are you just writing the script out in like a text file somewhere?
Yeah, I was just doing it in a text file in my machine, in a virtual machine, because I do not have Ubuntu, and it works
Right.
best on Ubuntu. Yeah, so I was doing it in a virtual machine.
Mm.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't see those scripts there, so I can have a look at those scripts and possibly make improvements on them.
Yeah, and I think we're kind of in a just I wanted to draw your attention to them. I don't know that necessarily any of them work anymore.
Yes. Yes.
So like there's a kind of an activity that we sort of need is like I think it's confusing for users potentially to like find that and come in and so on. So yeah, maybe have a look. Try if you can like do a pull request that gets rid of old ones that don't work. That's fantastic. Yeah. I guess if we also we've got these, our installation notes for different things. So for example, for Linux, I mean, in principle, if there's a script that someone could use rather than doing step by step, then it would be good to link to it here in the documentation to say,
exactly.
Yeah, like okay, manual, follow these steps, or try running this script.
Yeah, exactly. That was my idea for anyone who's a beginner. You can do a script that takes like 20 minutes to install everything, set up Postgres for you, and everything in the machine. Because you're there to do code in local support and not
to do the setup. No, absolutely. Yes, that's absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's been an ongoing pain for us. Is the difficulty of onboarding people, and at different times there was like, oh, if we use Vagrant, then it will all work, and then the danger is then like you're adding this other with Vagrant, for example. That's like a virtually, or similarly with Docker, you're adding this other layer of abstraction, which is also confusing for the new user. So yeah, it's challenging. It's challenging. Oh, that's great that you're working on that. That's fantastic. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thanks for pointing me to that.
Hey, no problem at all. I just realized I wasn't screen sharing. I was just trying to show. I was just going into the documentation there. Like that was the point that I was trying to.
Yeah. So actually, just go back to the Linux thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did Ruby install using rbenv.
Oh, really?
Yeah. After that, I installed the Qt WebKit and the Capybara WebKit gem. Yes, I think I created. How am I forgetting what I did? But step 1 is done. Step 3, no. Step 1 is done. Step 5 is done. I was to go to step 6. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I personally use RVM, but yeah, rbenv or whatever you think is.
RVM was a bit hard for the script.
Sure.
For me. Yeah, for me. So I opted for the rbenv because for RVM you have to set your terminal to log in as a command. Yeah, in Ubuntu you have to set login as a command, and I didn't know a way to have a script to do that for you. And this is supposed to be purely script based.
Sure. Yeah. Well, do open a pull request, and then we can all kind of join in and help you out. Yeah.
All right.
Great stuff. Oh, that's so great that you're working on that. Cool. Yeah, I guess what I was going to do, I've been reviewing pull requests and merging, but not actually doing it. I thought we might just review the board. So we've got, various things that are out and are live that we will need.
Sam, I just have a question.
Go on, Lokesh. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, should we prefer the issues on the backlog or Icebox?
I think ideally it's the issues on the backlog that should be preferred. I mean that always depends a little bit, but the idea that we try to follow in this project, also in website 1, is that the ideas on the backlog, they're the ones that have been voted on and the ones that have been prioritized. So they're kind of, I mean, it's a loose volunteer structure. So if there's something on the Icebox that you see that you think is, oh, I really want to work on that, that sounds like fun. The thing I would generally just say is, oh, you know, if it's on the icebox, then, you know, make sure to try and get the team to vote on it, so you get some input on it. And yeah, it's all good fun. The backlog's been organized so that the tickets towards the top of the backlog are the ones that have got higher priority for the client.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Thanks.
So we've got I guess we've got this thing here. Marwan says he's going to DM me about stuff that he needs for this. I'll put a thing into here from Marwan and say, you need help on code climate stuff. Don't feel you have to fix everything. You can make refactoring tickets. Okay. As a way round. So we basically, I think we do have to have a client meeting. We've got this one, the ability to add an event. And I have a feeling if we just come over, well, that's local support there. Let's go on this one and do, where should we be? It should be Harrow, HCN. So the events thing is now, I think is that we've got it behind a feature flag. But maybe it's not, is it on the develop site? Look, yeah, so we've got events, and have we got the events new page? We need to be signed in. I wonder if it will let me with that user. Yeah, events new. That's events/new. It looks like, yeah, the events new functionality is not there. So now that was who are these people? We've got that one there, that's Stellar, and that one is Asigu. Okay. I guess I'll ask here. Just trying to look at what's happening with this one. I guess I mean the Stella Sigu. I guess I'll just put in here and say the events functionality is now merged and behind a feature flag. So we could easily now build a new. Okay, so Sigu's had to reboot. We could now easily build a new event feature on and do a PR for that. Question mark? Post comment. All right. Consistency on the buttons. Integrating links with the map. That's still. I was sort of hoping that we might have seen Elena here and that she'd have an update on that, but I go that like. I guess I will put a question in here, or maybe she's updated here. Hello again. I've made some pictures on stream. Was this? Oh, that was from before. I'll say like, Elena, how are things going on this now? In there. Okay, and we've got if volunteer ops is home, then home tab should be highlighted whenever. And this is the one that you worked on, wasn't it, Lokesh? So now, if we look at the develop one, so if we go to home on this, volunteers is highlighted. If we click on volunteers, home is still highlighted. So that's it's on develop. I don't know if we've got that on the main site, which is what. So if we click now on volunteers, no. Okay, so I think what I should do is I think I should deliver that really. It's kind of the key action item there. There was a security issue that you also worked on that one. That was all right. You did some updates for us, didn't you?
Yeah.
And we've got the grey background there, and those. Okay, right. So we've now got all four of those things there. So if I make sure it gets done, local support, git checkouts, staging, git pull origin staging. Let's just do git rebase develop. So yeah, that big action item there, and then git just check I've got git checkout develop, git pull origin develop if I got the latest develop. I did not. Git checkout staging. Git rebase develop. Git push origin staging. Okay. Bing, 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 bing. So yeah, we'll get that to staging, and then I can click deliver on those 4. Okay. Right. So things continue. Yeah, I guess Lokesh, you're wondering about what, if anything, you might work on next for these.
Yeah.
We've made Agile Ventures the head fork. I guess my DevOps thing is to try and see if I can now get local support onto Dree from my personal account. So I don't know what's the difference between, we've got post-art, that's the API key, and then I don't know how this is different from, we've just like had that going around for ages and so on. I don't know. It's like, what do I say? I'm going to ask Marowin. Is this ticket different from, is that Sigu back in? Let's see what's going on here. Yes, hey Sigu.
My computer decided to reboot itself.
I know the feeling. No problem at all. No problem at all. Okay. Yeah. Well, I just finished a pass over this. I think we've got a few things to deliver. Yeah. Action items for me. Do a client meeting. Get all these things accepted or rejected. See if we can get local support onto some Dree infrastructure. Yeah. And yeah, I was. There's this one thing here, like adding a new event, which we've got Sigu, you, and Stella on, and events are kind of like live in the background. I mean, they're hidden behind a feature flag, but so you're totally open to work on, you know, this like event new functionality, which doesn't yet seem to be in the system, and you know, create a new pull request, and it's all potentially good to go. So unless Sigu or Lokesh, that you want extra input on things to do, I think we're kind of good, maybe.
Yeah, personally, I feel I'm good. I'll be concentrating much on the scripts thing unless my input is needed on the events issue.
Yeah, well, hopefully, if we're lucky, Stella might take up that creating a new event thing. We'll see. Yeah, no, that's cool. We get some new stuff out, show it to the clients. Lokesh, did you need any input on anything?
It would be good if you could suggest some issue to work on.
Absolutely, and of course, you know, you're doing a lot of great stuff on website 1, so don't feel you have to work on both. I guess what we've had is someone has started this one, and it's not me. It's this guy. Let me put in here, F. Dell. And we don't know who he is. We're just this. I don't know. We have this the ongoing challenge that we have with, you know, new people coming in. It's FDEL 15. That's who it is. Is that, you know, in order to operate the flow, we want people to, you know, update these things here. Of course, you know, when they're coming in, they don't know. So this is like started by FDEL C. Probably not the Francis person. I don't know. Yeah, just don't remember that the Francis is in LocalSupport install, and he was having trouble with more recent versions of Node and npm, which makes it look like I'm really behind on those. So I don't know if there may well be some tightening up that we need to do there. So linking the feedback form into the site. Possibly I would say that this one here. Yeah, I would say this might be the easiest thing to work on. here at Lokesh. I'll just put a note in. I don't know if you're coming in, Lokesh.
Yeah, I can hear.
This is, I think, we've had some other people chatting about it, but no one has actually got started on it. I think it should be fairly straightforward. Yeah, there's a couple of options. Yeah, we've got this existing feedback form that people have previously been, we've had feedback about the site. So, we could, I think the real simple thing would just be to have, like another link at the bottom here, which is like feedback, and then it links to that. The more complex version is like, create a static page that like has this embedded, or, anyway.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Well, there we go. That's all kind of on time. I'm going to try and finish the deploy and set up a client meeting. Great stuff, guys. Good meeting.
Yeah. Bye.
It's a nice meeting. Bye, Sam. And by the way, just before you leave, is it possible to record these sessions with the Jitsi? Like we did?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I've been live streaming this to YouTube.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it's interestingly, I think anybody can start the stream, and even you can have multiple streams at the same time. It has a little more flexibility than Hangouts. You can start and stop and restart the stream, and the URL stays the same. We're getting quite excited, or at least I'm getting quite excited about how Jitsi seems to be. It has a lot of the features that Hangouts has been missing, in my opinion. But so yeah, I'll paste the link to that. What it does mean, it is slightly more complicated to start the stream. Like you have to have like a token from your YouTube account, but you're like I think as an AV YouTube manager, you should be able to get the same thing. And it also means that instead of it streaming to the personal account, you can stream it to the group account. So all of these things are kind of going into the I'm going to sneeze. Oh. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. They're kind of going into the group AV YouTube account, which is much better. But then it's also slightly more difficult to find the link. So I just posted the link into the LocalSupport channel, and I'll put it also in the general channel. And that's actually one of the things that Lokesh is working on, is trying to, when we're moving towards like properly integrating website 1 with Jitsi, so that we can get back to that situation where the YouTube links and everything were all automatically updated.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Bye for now.
All right.
See you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.